They had to animate that. This literally was. Got ourselves the next death battle, and finally, I don't get to participate in many of these because of spoiler reasons, but thankfully we got ourselves one, man. Bakugo versus young Reze. My Hero Academia versus Chainsaw Man death battle. I think this is something that kind of blew up on Twitter, if I remember correctly, seeing the arguments go around and stuff like that, and Death Battle picked it up, man. Let's see if they can provide, you know, us normie, non-power scaler niggas some well-needed context and show us who actually wins. Again, Death Battle isn't 100%. I just think it's hilarious and fun. Me personally, I think I'm about to rock with my dog Bakugo, man. You feel me? Standing strong on my dog, my goat even. Feel me? So, firm no spoilers. How the hell is there spoilers? Gang, how would there be spoilers for this? My Hero Academia ended and Reze is dead! She's dead! She's gone! What the fuck? And there's no way there's spoilers in this. I should be able to watch this. I know, I'll be fucking shocked if I get spoiled in it. Somehow gets spoiled. There's no way. What the hell?
Well,
that was loud.
Who's here? Bakugo versus
Bakugo!
the god of
Reze!
explosions versus the bomb devil. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
We love both of them, but only one can survive.
Wiz, there's nothing like the smell of napalm in the morning, the rush of the shockwave, the flash of combustion. I love it when stuff goes boom.
And no one knows that feeling better than Katsuki Bakugo.
When your name literally means powerful bomb, it's no wonder he was born with the quirk.
Great explosion murder god dynamite. I could have sworn this was like worded differently.
Explosion. It lets Bakugo create humongous kabooms from his palms. I can only dream of having hands that rad.
Quirks are genetic superpowers that most humans are born with. Bakugo inherited
I turned off automatic.
his quirk from his parents. Specifically, it was a combination of his father's
My dad's quirk is acid sweat.
combustible
From his palms can be ignited and detonated.
acid sweat and his mother's glycerin skin secretions.
Making Bakugo sweat basically like nitroglycerin. And the more he sweats, the bigger the booms. His parents basically made the perfect kid, absolutely oozing with shonen main character energy.
Bakugo felt similar.
Not initially, but you know, no, we rock.
So much so that he started bullying his childhood friend who happened to be born without a quirk.
Friend?
Yeah, okay, he's kind of a snot-nosed turd sometimes, but come on, Wiz! The kabooms! They're so cool!
Quirks are a natural biological feature of a person's body. In the same way
Backwood
that we
guy.
don't really think about walking or breathing, Bakugo's explosions became like any other limb, especially with his rigorous training.
Bakugo quickly picked up on how to use his explosions to obliterate anything in sight, block attack.
I will, bruh. I will rewatch. I will do it. I will. Before I become the age of 30, I will do it.
Launch himself
Rewatch My Hero
around
Academia.
and quickly maneuver
For
in
my
midair
game.
at hypersonic speeds, which requires a ton of focus and on-the-fly calculations.
And despite getting this incredibly dangerous quirk when he was 4, he somehow never killed himself or anyone else. That
That is surprising.
Bakugo was
But what
truly
about
a
hospitalizing?
prodigy, destined for greatness.
And his only goal was to surpass Japan's numero uno superhero and his personal idol, All Might. In Bakugo's mind, the only person who wins no matter what. Absolute victory. No problem for the main character.
Except Katsuki wasn't the protagonist that he thought he was. That would be Izuku Midoriya, the quirkless child Bakugo bullied. In truth, he was threatened by Izuku's tenacity despite being quirkless.
Really? That crybaby's the main character? Well,
Uh-oh. Time to spark the comment section. He said crybaby. He said the thing. Uh-oh. Hey, get on his ass, My Hero Phantom. Let's go.
Bakugo's inferiority complex would only get worse when Deku somehow landed a quirk that was just as cool, and both were accepted to the same superhero high school, UA High.
There, he would learn to be a superhero and fully
Quirk, explosion, nitroglycerin like sweat, quirk factor and palms can be detonated remotely, support gear, We got the Grenadier base, bracers, grenades, suppressive heavy mobile unit, strafe panzer, ultimate moves, turbo speed, stun grenade, explosive, explode A-Pult, armor piercing shot, howitzer
Develop his
impact,
ultimate
cluster.
moves.
Like flying through the sky faster than sound with turbo speed, blinding people with stun grenade, focusing his blasts into armor-piercing shots, or making a big-ass tornado of death.
The howitzer impact involves Bakugo spinning himself in midair with his explosions, building up a tremendous amount of swirling
gonna
oxygen,
give him one for all?
and then igniting it all for one hell of a boom.
He's pretty smart when it comes to strategizing mid-fight. He even developed new
Oh no,
techniques
he's smart as fuck, boy. That's what I'm saying, dog. Hey, dog intelligent. He got that combat IQ.
for his quirk faster than Deku did.
UA High also aided Bakugo's development by preparing him with his iconic Grenadier bracers, gauntlets that allow him to store up his sweat, gross, for prolonged bouts, or to release all of it at once in a single massive blast.
He's also got his hero suit, which helps him sweat faster in order to build up stronger attacks. Or the Strafe Panzer, these badass turrets mounted to his back that store his sweat as ammo. With all of that, it wasn't long before Bakugo made his hero debut, called the Bombshell Hero, Great Explosion Murder God, Dynamite.
Colon
And
Dynamite.
More colons the merrier.
But despite some early wins, Bakugo failed to live up to his own sky-high expectations. He had the makings of a great hero, if only he could get out of his own way and put the team before his ego.
Especially when he was kidnapped by the League of Villains, ultimately leading Bakugo to blame himself for All Might's retirement. Something needed to change.
So he vented his frustrations in a slugfest with Deku and realized something crucial. That the kind of absolute victory that defined All Might wasn't victory for himself, but victory for everyone.
He was starting to become the prodigy everyone knew he could be. I mean, hell, even while he was unconscious, he kept analyzing the fight he was in and
Yeah, bro. Super locked in mode for my goat.
coming up with counters. Somehow,
Bakugo's powerful enough to shatter Todoroki's heaven-piercing ice wall, fast enough to keep up with villains like Shigaraki, who can catch light beam,
Completely blitz his ass too.
and tough enough to survive, well,
being dead. Yep, you heard us.
You know, no spoiler warning. Just drop that shit. Being dead.
Bakugo was killed, dead as a doornail. And then a single bead of sweat floating through his bloodstream detonated and restarted his heart. If that isn't main character plot armor, I don't know what is.
God, it's such a fucking cold shot, bro. Goodness, while Aichai was able to stitch Bakugo's injured organs back together, it was explicitly Bakugo's miniature explosions that restarted his heart and revived him.
his stamina is perhaps the craziest thing about him. After all, he is tanking the recoil of all of his explosions.
Even with the overuse of his blasts literally tearing his body apart, he kept trying to make him stronger, and eventually his quirk awakened.
Essentially, when a quirk evolves to become stronger. Now, by condensing his explosions into smaller and more powerful clusters, Bakugo could enhance all of his techniques.
Like the Howitzer Impact Cluster, a stunning achievement in the field of explosionology, or Kaboom Theory for the layman.
Powerful enough
Kaboom
to shatter
theory.
the side of a mountain or blow apart UA High itself. Judging by the school's size, we can estimate Bakugo's Howitzer Impact Cluster yielded over 300 kilotons of TNT.
Given Bakugo's whole deal is explosions, it makes sense to science out what a ton of TNT actually is. It's literally the energy contained in 1,000 kilograms of trinitrotoluene.
A chemical compound composed of hydrogen,
God
nitrogen,
damn.
oxygen, and carbon.
That's the recipe for kabooms.
Definitely understood that recipe. Tons of TNT is a unit measurement often used in the real world to describe the energy contained in high-yield explosives like nuclear bombs. It can be useful to measure particularly powerful feats from fictional characters.
Now, imagine a pile of TNT as big as the Empire State Building blowing up all at once. That's Bakugo's Howitzer Impact Cluster.
And these explosions can launch him so fast, it's like time stands still around him.
Like when he covered a huge part of this city in a fraction of a second, almost 400 times the speed of sound.
And that's not all. Now he can
How the hell did they how the fuck did they calc this?
time stands still around him.
You know?
Like when he covered a huge part of this city in a fraction of a second.
Oh, we're frame scale. Okay, we're frame scaling. Bakugo speed per frame. It's so hilarious. It's so ridiculous.
Almost 400 times the speed of sound.
It's so fucking
That's not
funny.
all.
It's genuinely
Now
so
he can
funny.
detonate his sweat remotely and from all over his body, not just his palms.
With all of this crazy bullshit, Bakugo became one of the strongest heroes on Earth.
My
enough to battle
goats.
and defeat All Might's lifelong arch nemesis, All for One. Yeah, that's right, the main villain, who's the protagonist now, Deku.
Bakugo literally and figuratively surpassed his childhood
Dang, now I need to see what Reze about to get blessed with, man.
idol and proved his mettle as a hero.
Number 5 on the rankings and rising. Not bad, Kachan.
But more important than proving it to his friends, to All Might, or even to Deku, he proved it to himself.
So,
Yeah, whatever.
yeah,
Take
bruh.
that, losers.
Yeah,
Sickest
bruh.
quirk in the
Yeah,
world
hell
right here.
yeah.
Dynamite.
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 That's lit.
Wiz, what happened to you? You look funny and squishy.
Plushy's
I'm
like,
over here. There was
Hey,
a fest. He may never be available again, so don't miss out.
all right, Reze, what you got, Reze?
War, famine, conquest. Humanity has been plagued
Did someone say conquest?
by all manner of ills since they first crawled out of the primordial ooze. In the world of Chainsaw Man, there is nothing to fear
Heavy spoilers, bro. How? Bro, how you gonna say heavy spoilers now?
but fear itself.
because fear itself is real, and they're called devils.
Literally devils from hell. These monstrous beings are the living embodiments of humanity's worst nightmare.
I did read the manga, the part 1, but like it's been so long that I don't remember most of it. So it's for part 1, right? How? Bro, how is there fucking spoilers? I'm so
And their
confused.
power is directly proportional to that fear.
So the chicken devil might be so weak you could keep him as a class pet, like, you know, a chicken. But what about the bat devil, or the ghost devil, or the devil embodying man's fears of one of the greatest weapons it's ever created, the bomb devil?
Little is
The
known about
Bomb
the origins
Devil.
of the Bomb Devil's current host, Reze. If that even is
I ain't gonna lie, the edit's kind of fire though. Kind of give it an over. Spoiling part 2 shit. Wait, what? Wait, that manga panel was from part 2. Oh, fuck it.
her real name.
She might look cute and kawaii, but she's actually a Soviet assassin trained from
Russian
birth to
and
be one of the
Japanese.
deadliest killers on the planet.
Arthur's
Basically a
favorite
Black
character.
Widow. A cold and lonely existence for anyone, but quadruply so in a world as effed up as this.
But all Reze wanted was a safe, normal, quiet life. As much a fable
Yeah, if you literally didn't say that was a spoiler, I literally wouldn't have guessed it. I wouldn't have guessed it. I would just assumed that it was like something from part 1 that I just forgot or something.
to her as Aesop's country mouse.
Too bad! You are now a walking, talking explosive. Have fun.
At some point, the girl known as Reze was
Just
implanted
rewatched
with a
that movie on a
fragment
plane,
of the Bomb
man.
Devil and became a hybrid,
So
a
fucking
human
lit.
possessing a devil's powers without sacrificing their humanity, transforming their body into a living weapon.
As a hybrid, Reze's strength and speed are way crazier than a normal human's, and with her martial arts training, she's a force to be reckoned with up close. Also, Wiz, check out the bomb for a head.
Someone like Reze would eat you
Yeah.
alive, literally.
Actually.
Should devils like Reze
Legit.
take any
Dead
damage
ass.
whatsoever, they can heal by consuming blood.
And that lets hybrids survive some pretty insane stuff, like having their limbs torn off, getting bisected clean in half, or being roasted alive.
They're fucking
Just
blown
slurp
up.
some blood and they're good as new.
Especially useful considering the Bomb Devil's primary ability is literally blowing herself up. Reze can emit explosions from any surface of her body, even
Every surface? The fuck? Fuck you mean every surface? Blood drinking, regeneration, long range, self-detonation, sparks, propulsive, torpedoes.
tearing off limbs and turning them into bombs that she can detonate at will.
Damn, that's hardcore. She can use these blasts to jet through the sky at hypersonic speeds, maneuver and redirect herself in midair, and enhance the strength and
Nah,
speed of
bro,
her
yeah,
blows.
she got
Or Reze can
hands
send sparks
though.
that can-
I ain't gonna lie, bro. She might have it in the hands department though, bro. Boxing, nah, She might have
Ignite
Bakugo
the
beat.
atmosphere in explosions that tear apart entire cities, making herself stronger the more fear her wanton destruction creates.
As long as the area around her is dry enough to maintain ignition, Reze can create as many explosions as she wants, non-stop.
She can even turn her own body into different types of real-world.
Humanity's fear of her not only enhances her explosive power, but her physical power as well. She was able to shrug off an attack from the violence fiend who specializes in
bombs
physical
to
strength.
massively enhance their power.
Like transforming her leg into a torpedo or her apron into dynamite. Every single inch of Reze is a living weapon.
This made her feared across the devil world as one of their mightiest warriors, and the perfect choice to assassinate Japan's newly acquired devil hybrid, Chainsaw Man.
You see,
Chainsaw
you might not
Man.
think chainsaws are all that scary, at least not compared to bombs, but the Chainsaw Devil is...
I don't actually remember. I don't remember what the fuck. I'm gonna skip it. I'm gonna skip it just for.
Concerning Reze is not the devil of nuclear bombs. That's apparently an entirely separate thing.
Despite her bombs being technically conventional,
Wait, what? Wait, what did you say? Did it say nukes is different than? Wait, what?
they're just that strong.
Likely comparable to other powerful devils like the Gun Devil, who could travel across the world and kill millions of people in 5 minutes.
That'd be over 500 times the speed of sound.
She's even stronger than the Typhoon Devil, a sentient city-spanning storm.
The literal coughing baby to her hydrogen bomb.
The literal coffee, baby. That's funny. Actually, though.
Unfortunately for Reze, Denji took her lessons to heart and proved he was more than a fitting host for the Chainsaw Devil.
He whooped her ass, but spared her life, just in case her seduction wasn't a total act after all.
But
Dang, poor Beam. Beam. Hey, Beam was working the fuck out though.
it wasn't meant to be. Whether
Blitzed Denji several
Reze
times.
chose the safe life of the country mouse or the exciting life of the town mouse, there are hungry cats everywhere.
They gotta cook it.
Makima, what I would give to find someone to kill you.
Reze's dreams of
They get someone to kill you.
freedom were never realized. She simply changed hands from one cold, unfeeling entity to another. And this time, there was no escape. She was a weapon, a symbol of man's bottomless capacity for malice and self-destruction.
A living bomb.
All right, not gonna lie. Unfortunately, Reze about to get bodied. It's the only option. It's the only choice.
The battle's about to start, and I hope you've got something good to hear these kabooms with, like our sponsor, Raycon.
Video's essential open
Like stuff, win something, death battle.
com data through all possibilities.
It's time
Let's
for
go!
Death Battle!
It's time. Oh, look at this beautiful city that's not gonna. All right. Gotta say, look at this beautiful city that's definitely not gonna get blown up, but you know, it's fine. It's off rip. We're just getting active. Just getting active immediately.
I've been sent
I
to
got-
collect your head, Dynamite.
I got Bakugo on this one. I'm putting my money down.
Villains than you have tried, lady. You tell your bosses that after I send you back in a coffin.
How would I tell them that if I was Wow,
Ooh.
Shut up and die!
Ooh. Yeah. Show 'em what the fuck is up, Bakugo. Get out of this goddamn coffee shop. She used those hands, like I said, chat. Oh. God damn. She didn't use her head, though.
Oh, damn! Oh, damn!
Oh, damn. The joint just starts running out. Damn, man. I told you, chat, her hands are better. Oh, my God. Bakugo, no. Oh, yo. Ooh. Send her ass down to the first floor.
Move it or lose it, people!
save me, Dynamite!
What the? bitch. They had to animate that. This literally was. Deadass didn't have an excuse to animate that shit. Oh my god.
Leave them out of this.
Oh my god. Oh. Bakugo, hey bro. I'm scared.
Blood was delicious.
Wait, did they just try to say he died from that? He revived himself?
You can chew. My blood isn't the only thing you drank. It's my sweat you should worry about, dumbass.
Oh my god. Ooh, the fireworks. And then they did the laugh. The laugh. Oh no, she's dead. This is it. She's dead off this. God damn, toss her head in the sky. Oh my god, it's my king. Shirley.
Scratch that. Not enough for a coffin.
Yes, sir. That was easy as fuck, by the way. God damn, that was quick and easy, bro. Mop her bitch ass up off the floor. Let me stop. Let me take the bitch word back. I'm sorry. I apologize. We love you. We love you.
Oh, Denji, we're so sorry to hear about your girlfriend that passed away. She gets 5 big booms. Boom! Boom!
Please just shut up. On the surface, these two seemed
Wait, people gonna be mad for real?
evenly matched. So let's break this fight down into 3 categories: their speed, their stamina, and their firepower.
First up, let's talk speed.
Both Bakugo and Reze could rocket
Man,
through the
people
sky
always
at
do get
hypersonic
mad, bro,
speeds
bro.
and maneuver and redirect themselves on a dime in the middle of fights. To the casual observer, at least, they'd seem to be on par with each other.
So we have to look at the people they've fought to compare.
Reze has battled Chainsaw Caliber. There's little chance Reze could ever get the drop on Bakugo, and would likely be forced to play catch-up in a duel. Speed goes to
Bakugo.
However, speed
Yeah, I'll assume speed goes to Bakugo.
doesn't matter if one couldn't truly hurt the other. A big part of this fight is their stamina.
Bakugo's durability is mind-boggling.
Oh,
He survived being
yeah.
impaled through
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
the torso and has even brought himself back to life.
But unlike Reze,
But he doesn't have regen. Like,
his stamina does eventually hit a limit. Every explosion he makes whittles him down just a little bit more and uses up more and more of his sweat. Without a break, he can eventually run out.
Whereas Reze can effectively create bombs without respite and from a distance.
Unlike Bakugo, who usually likes to get up close and personal.
Furthermore,
Whoa, bro,
her
that nigga
devil
changed. He's
hybrid
different than
physiology
that
gives her
now.
an actual regenerative healing factor, allowing her to shrug off
Yeah.
the same
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna compare like the whole stamina thing. Yeah, the thing is like she has to get blood though, right? So if we're like somewhere like where there is no blood, then it's GG. But like if you're in the middle of a city, then
kind of mortal blows that would eventually kill Bakugo, main character plot armor or not.
If this ever became a war of attrition, Reze had it in the bag. Stamina goes to Reze.
However, it's unlikely it would ever get to that point. The biggest
Yeah.
factor in this fight was always going to be their raw firepower.
fire
Explosion!
power.
We gotta compare their 2 biggest blasts. Reze's nuclear-like bomb against Denji versus Bakugo's howitzer impact cluster.
And the difference is obvious. Based on calculating their sizes, Bakugo
I knew it. Just thinking about it, just because it's easier to think from the movie than like the manga, right? I don't know. It's easier. Like I don't. Look at what they literally resulted to do, bro. We're over here pixel scaling, gang. We're fucking pixel scaling. Pixel scaling is so fucking dumb because like we do not know like how close or far away we actually are from the blast. It just changes as different perspectives and shit. Like it's just not that solid.
300 kiloton explosion was over 100 times more
What the fuck are we doing?
powerful than Reze's 2 kiloton blast.
But that's not all. Remember the Typhoon Devil.
Coughing baby or not, to create a storm big enough to cover Tokyo's over 2,000 square kilometers, he'd have to be generating more than 400 kilotons of TNT.
Greater than Bakugo, right? But that's not all. Again, Bakugo's howitzer impact once shattered the size of this big-ass mountain. And despite being earlier on in the series, it was ginormous, almost 3 kilometers in radius. Or
Jesus.
just over 2 megatons of TNT, 5 times more powerful than the Typhoon Devil, and way beyond anything we've seen Reze do.
And this was Bakugo before reaching his full power in his fight against All for One. Bakugo takes the final edge in explosions.
And remember, Bakugo withstands the recoil of all his blasts. So even though Reze had greater stamina, Bakugo was more than tough enough to hang on and get his kill shot, especially with his superior speed.
And Devil healing factors can be overtaxed with enough damage. Hell, she needed to drink blood a couple times against Denji just to keep fighting.
Against someone as fast and powerful as Bakugo, she would not get the chance to heal consistently, or perhaps at all.
Dang, I can't wait to read the comments.
And what happens when devils die? They Bakugo to hell.
The
Say what?
winner is Katsuki Bakugo.
Bombshell.
My goat though.
Hero, great explosion, murder, god, dynamite.
My goat.
Next time on Death Battle.
Wait, what's the next time? Is it gonna be one I can watch? Whoa, I can watch this. I can watch this. I can watch that. Yeah, that's lit. Hydrogen bomb versus hydrogen bomb. Can't wait for Twitter to have a meltdown with whoever loses. If Bakugo wins, he gets slandered. If he loses, he gets slandered. The illusion of free choice. Japanese high schooler versus Russian assassin. Boom, boom, boom. I can't stop singing this bloody tune. Marriage is together James on main universe are combined in this death battle world. That's my headcanon. We should fight in a closed off area so we don't hurt anyone. Meanwhile, Bakugo and Reze. Man, fuck this town. Yo, for real, dog. That ass. Megamind wins, right? Oh, I don't know. Gru did do some shit. Nah, Gru has pulled off some shit though. W video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed, smash the like button, subscribe. Catch you guys later for the next death battle.